my boss, my friend and my brother, a man that I'm well pleased in his leadership, and his beautiful, very beautiful wife, very supportive wife. The leader of House of Representatives and Vice Chairman House of Representative Committee on the Review of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Honorable Professor Julius Ihonvere, the principal officers of the House of Representatives here present, the members of the House of Representative Committee on Constitution Review here present, members of the National Assembly, both serving and past here present, the Member of Parliament from South Africa, Madam Zuma. Some of you will recall that we had President Zuma as the President of South Africa. This is the daughter who is also in Parliament. She's here with us. The speakers and members of African parliaments, the former presiding officers of the National Assembly here present, the wives of the executive governors here present, with specific mention of the First Lady of Kwara State, who is chairing the body of First Ladies in the country. It's good to have you here. The members of Diplomatic Corps, development partners, the women groups, invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the warmest greetings from the People's House, the House of Representatives. It is an honor to be here with esteemed advocates, policymakers, and legislators as we embark on a critical dialogue about women's role in governance and the Constitution amendment process. Our gathering today serves as a reaffirmation of our collective dedication to advancing women's political representation and inclusion, a priority that aligns deeply with the legislative agenda of the House of Representatives and the pursuit of a fairer, more inclusive Nigeria. Today, as we confront the realities that restrict women's political participation, it is essential to understand the scale and urgency of this issue. Data from the recent 2023 general election highlights the scope of this challenge. 18 political parties fielded a staggering 15,307 candidates. However, of these candidates, only 1,552 were women. This sharp contrast is not just a statistics. It is a stark reminder of the societal, structural, and political barriers that continue to inhibit women's full participation in our democracy. Indeed, inclusive governance is not merely an equity issue. It is a strategic imperative. Countries that have successfully integrated women into decision-making roles experience gains in innovation, collaboration across sectors, and notably economic growth. In Africa, for example, comparative insights from Rwanda, from Tanzania, and Senegal indicate the transformative benefits of gender parity in government leadership that Nigeria can emulate. For instance, reports indicate that Nigeria could potentially achieve a 9% increase in GDP by 2025, with significant improvement in women's participation across all sectors. Investing in women's leadership, particularly within the political sphere, thus carries measurable and far-reaching benefits that we cannot afford to always overlook. Recognizing these benefits, the House of Representatives has made constitutional reform a cornerstone of its legislative agenda. I'm honored to lead the House Committee on Constitution Review, where we have proposed bills aimed at correcting the gender imbalance within government at all levels. One such critical bill, a bill for an act to alter the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to provide for a seat reservation for women in the National and State Houses of Assembly, HB 1349, alongside other 4 gender justice bills, are under consideration. This proposed legislation is designed to remedy the low representation of women by creating additional seats, specifically for female candidates in national and state legislature. The bill reflects a pragmatic approach by proposing a temporary measure, an approach that has worked effectively in other countries to fast-track women's representation in governance. These reserved seats are not a permanent fix, but are structured as a temporary special measure subject to review after 4 general election cycles or 16 years. At that time, stakeholders will assess whether the measure should continue, be adjusted, or be phased out based on progress made. We see this approach as essential within Nigeria's electoral system, which is largely based on a first-past-the-post model. Unlike proportional systems, where party-based gender quotas can result in direct outcomes, our model presents challenges in implementing such quotas effectively. Special seats, therefore, offer a feasible solution to ensuring that women not only participate as candidates, but are also represented meaningfully within our legislative institution. Thank you. Yes, you can clap. Thank you. Furthermore, we must view the financial investment in women's inclusion as a direct investment into Nigeria's future. Countries with high women's representation in governance consistently show higher rates of progress in health, in education, and economic stability. Our society, therefore, stands to gain immensely from a legislature that reflects the diverse makeup of its citizenry and values contributions from all perspectives. The popular saying, "Women belong in all places where decisions are being made," resonates strongly within this context. We must ensure that the national and state houses of assembly are inclusive and welcoming to women. This isn't just about seats or numbers. It is about recognizing the invaluable perspectives that women bring to the table, which in turn strengthens our democracy and make it more resilient. If the women are not clapping, I wonder if the men are the ones to clap. Thank you. I like that. As we gather here today, I urge each of us to look beyond the challenges and see the transformative potential of a Nigerian democracy that embraces its entire population. On behalf of the House Committee on Constitutional Review, I implore that the discussions and resolutions should focus on how we can best support the path towards gender inclusivity within our legislative framework. Let us champion these amendments, advocate for the adoption of temporary special measures, and work to remove barriers that hinder women's political advancement. In conclusion, let me reiterate that our commitment to improving women's representation in governance is not just a goal. It is an essential component of our democratic journey. Let us proceed with resolve and vision, ensuring that our policies and constitutional reforms reflect our dedication to a more inclusive and equitable Nigeria. I thank you for your attention and your continued dedication to this critical cause, and I welcome you all to this incredibly important dialogue. Let the conversation commence. May God bless you and bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.